Have you ever felt like your to-do list is running your life rather than you stewarding it? If you're feeling lost or buried under the endless demands of your life, you're not alone. An elegant woman does not merely react to her circumstances. She responds with intention. When we read Proverbs 31:16, we see a woman who looks at a field, considers it carefully, and makes a purposeful decision. She isn't rushing, she isn't frantic, and she isn't overwhelmed. She is operating in divine wisdom. This isn't just about real estate. It's a master class in how God designed us to steward our time, our energy, and our lives. Today, we're exploring what it truly means to invest with elegance and how you can stop merely spending your days and starting beautifully planting vineyards for your future. Hello, welcome back to our channel, Living in Elegance. I hope your morning or your day is unfolding beautifully. We're wrapping up our spring semester now, and so it's a little bit quieter, a little bit easier pace, which is nice. This quiet pace actually got me thinking about something vital for the life of elegance that we're trying to build together. It's often easy to confuse elegance with leisure. Sitting there drinking coffee or drinking tea, reading a book, not doing anything. But a truly elegant life, as we know, isn't passive. It is deeply intentional and incredibly productive. It's about cultivating wisdom and foresight. That's why I want to do a deep dive into a specific verse with you today. We often are inspired by the image of the Proverbs 31 woman, which is what we've been talking about so far in this channel. But we sometimes overlook the specifics on how she achieved her remarkable life. Today we're focusing just on one verse, as we have with every single episode so far. The verse we're looking at is Proverbs 31:16. It says, "She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard." There's so much embodied in these simple 15 words. This woman isn't just maintaining her home, she's an investor. She is creating future abundance. Over the next few minutes, I want to unpack with you step by step and see how this ancient wisdom provides a roadmap for us today. So today we're going to explore this verse in 3 key ways. First, we'll analyze what it means to consider before we buy. Second, we'll look at the incredible productivity of creating something from our earnings. And finally, we'll link this all back to why it is essential for our modern quest for elegance and intentional living. So let's get started. So let's break down this first phrase. She considers a field. Notice the word isn't spotted or noticed. She considers it. This is not an impulsive purchase because she's considering. She's not just, oh, look, here it is, and pick it up and go. This is an elegant act of foresight and diligence. This consideration implies research, calculation, and clear vision. She looks at a patch of uncultivated ground and doesn't just see dirt. She sees the drainage, the quality of the soil, the sun exposure, and perhaps most importantly, the potential. She is not buying the field as it is. She is buying the field for what it can become. This is a sharp contrast to how many of us live in our modern world. Our consumption is often immediate. We want it, so we buy it. This woman demonstrates restraint and evaluation. She doesn't let emotions drive the decision. She lets wisdom and practicality drive her decision. So how does this apply to our modern lives? How can we apply this consideration piece? This is about shifting our mindset from consumer to creator and investor. In our elegant journey, we're always asking, what is the true cost of this item? Time, also, for this investment. What value will it add? And how does it align with my vision? So anytime we look at not just things that we're purchasing, because this is not just consideration in what we're looking at to purchase, this should be in everything that we do. We should be asking these questions. What is this truly going to cost? Whether it be item or time to invest in this. What value is it adding? And does it align with my vision? Does this align with who God has created me to be? Does it align with who I'm becoming in Him? And if it doesn't, we shouldn't be looking at it. So before she buys, before she invests her time, energy, whatever, she considers, are you considering your next purchase? Are you considering how you are spending your time this week? Are you considering that course that you want to take? True elegance isn't about flashy spending. It's about the quiet, intelligent decisions that build a life of quality. Okay, let's say that again. So true elegance isn't about flashy spending. Yes, we want to look nice. Yes, we want to look put together. Yes, we want to have that elegance, because even if we are acting elegant, if we're dressed in torn up sweatpants and stuff like that, it's not, excuse me, it isn't, we're not showing that elegance in there. But it isn't about the flashy spending. It's about the quiet, intelligent decisions that build a life of quality, whether it be the stuff we have or the things that we do. Because we can run ourselves ragged, especially the timepiece. The timepiece is very close to me because at this point in the semester, with the semester being over, I'm drained. I'm burned out. But I have to be intentional with the time. And that's something I'm working on definitely right now, is considering, is this going to add value? Does it align with my vision? What is the true cost? So now let's look at the second half of this verse. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. This is where the magic happens. She doesn't buy a field and the vineyard all at once. And that one's hard because we want everything all at once. We want to invest and it just poof, happen. Okay. This implies that she already had earnings. This indicates her independence and prior productivity. She's been managing her other affairs well, and now she's investing that fruit of her labor. She has successfully taken her existing abundance and is using it to create new abundance. She is not consuming her earnings. She is reinvesting them. And notice what she's planting, a vineyard. This is a multi-year investment. A vineyard takes years of care, tending, before it yields fruit. But that fruit, the wine, the grapes, is symbolic of the long-term prosperity, joy, and celebration. She is looking decades into the future. She's investing in something that will bless her family and perhaps generations to come. And this is hard sometimes because we want everything now. We don't want to have to put in the work, the long haul, go in for the long haul. But this application is crucial for us in our pursuit of an elegant life. Elegance isn't about making things beautiful. It's part of it, yes. But it's not just about making things beautiful. It's about making things work and sustain us. Because if we're running on fumes, if we're running on empty, we can't sustain that. So are you using your income or your earnings, whether that be income, your time, your talents, solely for current comfort? Or are you, like this woman, strategically planting something for your future? And this concept challenges us to think in 3 different ways. One is the work ethic. To have earnings requires hard work. As we learned earlier, the elegant woman is a joyful producer. Because we have God. And God gives us joy. Now, not joy, we don't have joy all the times. We have bad days, those type of stuff, but we still should have that joy. Our second concept that challenges us is stewardship. Are we stewarding what we have so we have earnings to reinvest? We're avoiding debts, impulse buys. And then our third one is patience. Are we willing to plant the vineyard? That will take years to mature, rather than demanding an instant harvest. Elegance values enduring qualities over quick fixes. It values the quiet, faithful planting of a vineyard that one day yield a great harvest. And this may be something we might talk about this more in the future, because I feel like this is important. But now let's tie all this back to our shared goal, living in elegance. This whole verse serves as a beautiful blueprint for what an elegant life actually is. So first, it's intelligent and wise. Her consideration is the quiet foundation of all true beauty. Wisdom and discernment are inherently elegant. And I pray this every morning during my anchoring time. I pray for God to give me wisdom. Because it says, ask. If you ask for wisdom, he will give it. And I want it in a way that I lead with wisdom. I lead my household and steward my household with wisdom, my job, all of those things. I want to live in a way that I have more of him and less of me. And the only way that I can do that is spending time in the Word. And the only way that that Word can get in is if I pray for the wisdom and God gives me wisdom to be able to dig in and get that taken care of. So our first one is it's intelligent and wise. Our second piece is it's productive and capable. She isn't a passive, decorative element. She doesn't just look good on the outside. She is an architect of her life and her finances. Capability is elegance. It is elegant. So we've got 1, intelligent and wise. 2, productive and capable. And 3, is visionary and patient. She doesn't just enjoy today. She builds for tomorrow. She works with eager hands. Verse we looked at earlier. This foresight removes anxiety. A life that is secure and well planned is a life of peace. And peace is elegant. Now, we can't plan every single moment, every single day. Life happens because we do live in a world. But we need to be good stewards of what God has placed in our life. It's all His. That's what my pastor always says. It's His. Everything is His. We're just stewarding it for Him. So our Proverbs 31 woman shows us that elegance is not excess, but essence. This woman shows us that elegance is not about the quality of the things we possess. Or not the quantity, sorry. Quantity. I always get those two arranged differently in my mind sometimes. So let me restart that one. So elegance isn't about quantity of the things we possess. It is about the quality and meaning with which we treat everything in our lives. Our money, our work, our future, our family, the people we are around. So our Proverbs 31 woman demonstrates that the most elegant thing we can wear is the confidence of a wise decision. So as we finish, I have a challenge for all of us this week. I want you to find one thing in your life that you can consider. Is there a project, a purchase, or time commitment you've been considering lightly? And let's apply that Proverbs 31:16 mindset. Research it. Visualize it. Visualize the potential. And then decide if it aligns with your long-term vineyard. Is it something that's going to impact your life in a positive way? Does it align with who you're becoming? That elegant woman that you are becoming, or that you're uncovering. And second, is there a small earning, maybe just $20 to $30, or 20 to 30 minutes, that you can plant this week? How can you reinvest something you already possess to create new beauty and security for your future? Let's take a few minutes to pray. God, I thank you for each woman or each person who is taking the time to watch this video. I pray that you speak to their lives, God. God, I pray that you give each one of us wisdom. Show us who you are. Show us who you've called us to be. Help us to consider a field and buy it, and out of our earnings plant a vineyard. Amen. Thank you for spending part of your time with me. I hope these thoughts bring a new depth and intentionality to your week. Remember, an elegant life is built one thoughtful decision, one in a diligent planting at a time. If something stood out to you, touched you, please comment below. Like and subscribe. God bless you. And I hope to see you in the next video.